What's up, friends? JD Sutphin here on an absolutely beautiful Friday. We're inside the Virginia Museum of Transportation. Please wear your mask. Do you recognize this one? This mask is actually a throwback. It's not transportation related, but it's my son's favorite TV show is the Power Rangers. So he picked out my mask for me, so I'm wearing it today. Again, my name's JD. This is VMT GO. We started this when COVID first began, as the museum was shut down, so that we could offer you some, tours from your home, watching from your phone, wherever you might be watching, all over the country. It's been really fun to see all the responses of where folks are watching. So please leave us a message on here and let us know where you're checking in from. We'd love to hear from you. Love to hear what you would like to see here inside the museum. It's so great, though, now that the museum is open, when I'm doing these and I can hear kids laughing and playing. I can see the parents walking around and checking everything out in here with them. It's just so awesome to see this place back in business. So please come and see them this weekend. Don't forget the adjusted hours, of course, too. They are now closed on Sundays and Mondays to clean and prepare, for the next day. You can go to vmt.org for all of that information. Now today, I am inside the Harry L. Messimer bus exhibit collection, talking about Greyhounds. So in this rugged iron ore country, the largest bus line in the history of the nation was born. Greyhound Bus Lines was founded by a Swedish entrepreneur named Carl Wickman. For 15 cents a ride, Wickman transported the miners of the Oliver Iron Mines in Hibbing to and from the new residential town of Alice. Wickman's first year profits were $8,000. His company would grow to see all-time revenues of over $1 billion with a fleet of over 3,500 buses. The Virginia Museum of Transportation is proud to host a collection of memorabilia featuring the history of the Greyhound Corporation. The museum thankfully acknowledges the retired Greyhound driver, Harry Messimer, for the donation and installation of a part of his bus collection, which features artifacts spanning over 75 years of Greyhound. Let's take a look. So many cool things. Love the print material, going all the way back from September there to October of 1939. Talking about vacations. Look at that, 1937 was a very good year. It was the year my grandmother was born. Greyhound tennis shoes. How cool is that? Very cool pocket watch. Now look at all these states and different places represented here. This is really one of my favorite collections because there's so many small pieces that when you think about it, look, these are all names of different folks right here in Roanoke, Virginia. Think about all the things these fine folks saw working for Greyhound, supporting transportation that does so much for our economy, for our happiness, for our entertainment, leisure. Greyhound's been there, haven't they? Some really neat, cool pieces here. Check out the Bulliva watch. We had a lot of those at my grandfather's antique store back in the day. There's Mr. Messimer's sign. Now, how cool is that? Now, we've done the tour of that school bus. That was one of the first VMT GOs that we did, actually. Of course, more Greyhound stuff here. Some wonderful pictures of some fine folks throughout the years. Now, this is really neat. You can usually, when you're looking at these things, can kind of tell the time frame based on the font. You ever notice when you see certain post office in Southwest Virginia, actually throughout the state as a whole, they usually have very specific font that's tied to some specific decades. Always an interesting thing to check out. For any of our toy collectors out there, fantastic display. Another thing too, when you're looking at some of these toys, the materials used will really give away a lot on the time frame. When you're seeing more metal, it's usually older. As you get more into the plastic, not only does it change the time frame, but can also be led back to where it was made. A lot of fun, research can be done when you're looking at some of those metal toys to see, well, where did they get the metal? Where was that actually, pulled from? Who was a part of that? And again, just like transportation, when you see a locomotive that's made, you think about all the other jobs that were created, that were benefited from the building of these pieces. And then when they actually get in use, the full circle. It's just so awesome. And the Virginia Museum of Transportation celebrates these things just about every single day, don't we? I just love the watches. I think those are so cool. And I think it's neat for a couple of different reasons. Not only do I like, antique watches, I just think that's so cool. There was a lot of work, of course, done to build those, but it's also neat that you got to think that they probably got those as an accomplishment with their job. So it was something that somebody was proud of. Love these. I love country music. So checking these out is awesome. Ricky Skaggs, Randy Travis, Lee Greenwood. I see Tanya Tucker in there. Clint Black. Isn't that awesome? Some high-end buses, to say the least. And let me give you another bigger view here. And you get into some of the Abbott stuff too. I had some family that worked for Blacksburg Transit back in the day, and I had a bunch of his work shirts. I thought that was the coolest thing to wear. He drove a bus. We could seriously spend an entire day in here talking about all the pieces on display. But come in here and check it out sometime. Love the uniform. Again, this has been our Greyhound exhibit, the Harry L. Messimer bus exhibit collection. You can find more of these tours online at vmt.org. You can click through the front page. And again, send us a message or leave a comment on something you'd like to see here. I love this. And we'd be happy to showcase it for you. And of course, we'd love to see you here. If you're looking to support VMT, you can donate directly from the website. Check out the web store as well. Some great items in there. They've been running some specials and sales through there recently too. Great way to support VMT if you're out of town or still, staying in place. We respect that as well. And of course, they love your support. We hope you all have a great weekend. We'll talk to you soon.